Well, we had an active weekend on tap, and it's going to start out with rain and then go over to potentially snow and then possibly kick back to rain later in the weekend and then maybe wrap up as snow at the end of the weekend. So welcome to March. We're just all over the place. Big time ups and downs to track. Pretty amazing when you could be talking about seeing some accumulating snow overnight and then maybe pushing 50 degrees tomorrow afternoon. That's how, extreme in one direction or the other we are. Max Track Live has been pinging in on just a hint of moisture. You've got some flurries, mainly out into eastern Kentucky. There you can see the better snow showers off to the northeast. Still, all that moisture just spiraling around that wave of low pressure off the New England coast. The second nor'easter that has hammered New England within about a week's time. So it's pretty quiet. There's another developing system out to the west. That's where we're keeping our attention pasted, if you will, because that's where the low is going to come from. And that's where the trouble is coming from. LEX 18 Storm Tracker Future Track has sunshine early on. We'll go from mostly to partly sunny. It's going to be a nice Friday for this time of the year. Chilly, below average highs. But then overnight clouds get thicker and boom, here comes the rain. Now it's not just rain. We will be getting colder overnight. It's just around 11 o'clock. And you'll be able to see that as the overnight hours progress and temperatures get a little colder, we will kick over to a narrow band of snow. This could be wet accumulating snow as well, with mainly cold rain south and west. And then by 6, 7 in the morning, it's already done and out of here. And then we've got sunshine into the afternoon and highs spiking back into the upper 40s, around 50. So whatever comes down probably won't be around later in the day as we warm well above freezing and see some sunshine. Problem is, by the end of the weekend, this is Sunday morning, you can already see showers gathering for round 2 that'll come late in the weekend. But this is a projected snowfall total, and what will happen is we've got this warm frontal boundary lifting in. So south of it all rain, back to the west pretty much rain, but there'll be this narrow band right along and north of that frontal boundary where it's cold enough to have that wet snow setting up. And we could see a range anywhere between minor amounts upwards of maybe a couple of inches of snow. And roads will be wet, potentially slick. I'm keeping the threat index at 0 today because all of today is going to be quiet. It'll be a weekend hit overnight, and into the afternoon tomorrow we should be back to normal. So there is a winter weather advisory up, and it's very short. Tonight into early tomorrow morning, pretty much right along where that band could set up. And it may shift north or south as well. So don't be surprised you wake up tomorrow, you have hardly anything, or you've got a lot. This depends on where you are. 23 degrees in Lexington. It's cold out there. We've got a southwesterly wind that should bump us up into the mid-40s today. We're in the 20s and teens out there. It is a very cold morning. But temperatures through the next 8 days do show that we keep the chill in. Our average high today into the middle of next week goes from 53 to 55 degrees, and we're still talking 40s and 30s. And don't forget, we've still got to spring forward this weekend, Saturday into Sunday. Daylight saving time officially begins 2 a.m. Sunday, so there's your difference in sunrise and sunset times between tomorrow and the end of the weekend. 8-day forecast also shows the chill lingering next week. There is some good news. I'm going to talk about this coming up here. We could see a warmer, milder pattern shift, but Chris, that's still way out there beyond the end of the 8 days. So we got a bit of time before we start talking seriously about that.